Hi there, hope you're doing good. So here I am with another Google Sheet workflow automation, and in this automation, we are going to discuss this Sheets functionality to to make sure that we remember the functionality of the file and for further corresponding as well. So let me go through the functionality of this sheet and how it is working, so that we can make the changes and amendment accordingly. All right. So this is a file where we are logging the events, which is basically a service provided to some client. And the calculation method of the costing is is a bit complex. Different calculation methods we will be discussing shortly. Um, let's get started. So if someone is jumping on this tab and on the event tab, they can click on this, double click on the cell, a calendar will pop up and they can select a date. Then they can select a property. The property names are basically 100 in a number. So this is the convenient way to understand or remember the property name. The detailed property associated with the 100 number is given in the costing control. Then someone can select the property number. Then they can select the snow depth. So what is the snow depth or the inches or the height of the snow that need to be clear. So here you can see multiple options from 1.9 or below 1.9, 2 to 4.9, 5 to 7.9, 8 to 11.9, or above 11.9. So you can even select this one. So if someone is paying fixed cost, um, you can always select any number in here. If the range is not applying in here, you can always select other and give a number in the costing control, a number to it, so that it can get calculated based on that fixed number. So this service will get charged only 680 for that particular thing. If that is not the case, you can always enter a number in here. So for example, if I'll enter 12.9, so what will happen? It's going to calculate up to 11.9 based on the numbers given in either for the plow truck service, depending on which service you are selecting. It's going to calculate all the 11.9 inches based on this. And then after that, 11.9 to 12.9, which is 1 inch, that will get calculated based on the fixed rate above the 11.9 inches. Then someone can log who is making this entry. So anyone can enter their name in here. The name typing is not directly in here. So what you need to do, you need to go into the information tab and add the name of the employees in here, so that those can get fetched and shown in under the drop down for this particular cells, all this column. So you just need to enter the name in the information tab, and that will get present in here as well. So let me make that back again. Okay, so again, you can select the company. The companies are also listed in here. You can add more companies to it here as well. Then you can select the equipment to charge. As we discussed earlier, that we are mentioning either plow truck service or a sidewalk service. Other than that, rest of all of these are per hour calculation, as you can see mentioned on the other side. I have also added a flat charges. You can always add more services to it by jumping into this column. And if you want to have a like flat service charge thing in here, you can always FC is equal to this. So either you can select like this, or you can add more services in here, and that those will get present on the other column as well. Let me show you 1, 2, 3, 4. If it's a random service, you can see the services jumped in here, and this service will uh, automatically jump in here, and all the gray columns are fixed column. You don't need to make a changes in there. All right, you can see that should be present in here. All right, updated the code, updated the formula, so that if there are any text in here available, that should get fetched on the other tab as well. So let me type in A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is a new service or something that can be shown under this here, and that will be presented automatically in here as well. So let me add another one. Let me add 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. So that should be present under the drop down and automatically on this tab, on this column as well. So this is how you can add more services to this sheet. Let me delete these two. All right. Okay, so let's move to the next column. Here you can, okay, so this is the first way, first method of calculating the cost. So this is the first thing that can get added to the cost. So the travel charges, then you can select the timelines if there is a timeline associated to it. So you can select 12 hours, like from 12, 1 maybe 1 a.m., 1 a.m., sorry, 1.001 a.m. to maybe 4 a.m. So if I'll set it to 400, it will become 4 a.m. If you want to have it maybe 16, let's see, sorry. So if you are going to select the 16 colon 00, so this will become 4 p.m. So either you can select 4 to 4 a.m. or 16 for 4 p.m. So it will calculate the number of hours, and this will be the second method of calculating the cost. So the cost will be calculated per hour because this service is per hour. So we are going to calculate that. And if you want to have a lump sum cost, you can always enter one on the bulk term. So this is the third method of calculation, the third cost calculation. This is the fourth. There were five. Okay, there is a service charges which is separate. So these are the four methods in here, and we'll be discussing the fifth one on the other side. So these seems to have the fixed cost for the salt and the calcium carbonate, I guess, which will calculate it. If you are using more bulk volume, like maybe 11, 12, or 3, you can always type in number in here, type in 2, or you can always use the drop down to see if you want to select a 22 or 200 or whatever. So let me enter one again. Okay, so similarly, you can always select either any number in here. I have given you the drop down, but the easy way is to type in directly. So for example, if there are 13, you can type in 13. Okay. So once you are done with all the timelines in here, let me stretch this down so that we can have some calculation based on this as well. So for example, if now we have some randomly filled out these fields, now you can see on the other side, these are the costing calculation. So this is the first cost calculation, second cost, and we have selected none to none. Let me select yes, all of these, maybe not the bottom one so that we can see some difference as well. So if you are going to select yes to all, there should be travel fixed charges applicable in here. Oh, let me see. Maybe we haven't entered the costing per hour cost for anyone. So it's from 101 to 109.10. Let me select all of these so that we can see if anyone has the. Okay, so now you can see the costing is available. The per hour charges, the travel charges are available below 118, 117. Let's cross check quickly. Yes, so we have the, yeah, below 17, we have per hour cost available, which is the travel charges. If I'll stretch it to top, we should have the cost for all of the rest of these as well. So now we have the costing available for everyone. We don't have any for 19 still. Is it? Yes, we don't have. So if I'll type in 200 in here, that should present in here. Okay, so if we are charging the travel time, this is the first cost. Then the ton of salt, so it's multiplying with by 1. So 100 have some cost for 406. If I'll make it 2, let's see what happens. So let me make it 2. Sorry. So it got doubled. So similarly, if I'll make it 2, this will get doubled as well. Okay. Now, if the ice is more than 11, 12 inches or other, if it is other, then it's going to calculate the fixed cost, which is already available in this one, which is this, which is available for 15, 16, and 17 only. So let's see. Um, I don't know what is the size of the ice selected in here, if not all others. So yeah, we haven't selected all the others. So this one is taking from the, so the 101 is taking the other. So let's see if 101 has some cost. Okay, 101 is taking the cost for 586. Let's see if it is 586. If not, then we can always check. So 101 is a plow truck service and 5 to 7.9. Let's check. 101 plow truck service, the cost of 5 to 7.9. So this is the cost, 473, I guess, from 5 inches to 7.9 inches. So we have 473. That's fine. Let's randomly check another. So let's see if any of the other have a cost. So let's see which one has the cost in here. So 15, 16, and 17 has the cost. 15 have a cost of others. All right, let me check that quickly. All right, so I think we need to discuss this point because the snow inches, this is not a plow truck service or a sidewalk service. So why the other is here? So we can always use, so for, we can use other size or any of the snow ray or snow size either for the plow truck service or a sidewalk service. So we are not using any. So please let me know if you want to have some charges for this 15, 16, 17. Maybe we can add these charges as a separate charge or maybe a flat charge um, in here, maybe a flat charge thing, which we can enter right here. So maybe instead of using these in here, we can use these in here so that we can use the flat charges. And then you need to select um, flat charges in here, but that would be wrong. So if you are going to, okay, so if you are going to add this other in here where you are not selecting a flow truck service or sidewalk service, how you are planning me to use this? I think we can, I think we can add another mode of calculation maybe in here. If you are not selecting the flow service or sidewalk service, but selecting other, maybe we can use this calculation. We can pull the values from the others. So I think we'll discuss this point. All right. What else? Okay, so we were checking one by one. So we got 1 point. Then if the cost is more than 12 inches, let's enter a 12.9 in here. But it's again, it's a 12.9. So if this no service is there, we must have either a flow truck service or a sidewalk service. So this won't work if you are not selecting a flow truck or sidewalk service. So I'm going to select the flow truck service, and you can see the 12 point more than 12 cost is here. More than 12 inches cost is here. So let's see. 100 flow truck service above. So it's calculating the 676 from here and 1 inch from here. So what is the total? 807, because this is only 1 inch. If there will be more than 1 inches, which is it with that, if I'll make it 2 inches, so it will be 13.9. Sorry. If I'll make it 13.9, the cost will raise to another 138. So I think this is working fine. We are not going to use this per inches because we have already updated that, added that in here instead of breaking it into two columns. Then a per hour charges. So the per hour charges, so all of these having some hours, like 15 hours. Everyone has the 15 hours. I think not everyone has 15 hours. Okay, now everyone have 15 hours working. Now let's see which one is calculating and which one is not. So this one is calculating. So this one is basically 118, 121. So let's see. Okay, so which service is it? Sorry. So it's a salt spread truck service, salt spread truck service, salt spread truck service per hour. All of these are salt spread truck service per hour. So let's move to that salt spread truck service having some 135. So that will get multiplied by the hours as well. So 135 multiplied by, I guess, 115. All right. So it becomes 2025, which is correct number. Okay. So why none of other are calculating? Okay. So for example, if we are using a skid loader, it has different rates. Let's see if any one of the skid loader has been selected. No skid loader selected. Let's select a skid loader in here. Let's see which one has the cost. So we have the cost below 120. Let's take 121. And okay, this one already have. Okay, let's select this backloader. Sorry, which one was that? Skid loader. Sorry. So I'll jump back in to 121 and maybe I'll type skid loader and we have a calculation for that 4500, which is coming in from 300 multiplied by 15. So I think everything seems to be working fine, except that part. Then we have the total for all of that. And then once you are like whenever you are adding a new tab, it should add a it should add another new tab. Maybe it will not because I haven't um, activated my code because this is a demo file which I just made a copy of. So to run the code for the first time, you need to click on this. I'll add further menu to it. This demo I'm recording will be link will be available in this tab, in this option in here, and activation of the code as well. So let me click on this so that it can activate my account. I'll click on OK. Select the account through which I want to run this automation because this is just asking for the through which account you want to give access to make the changes in this file so that it can log. I'll click on the right bottom allow and I think that should be good. Now if I'm going to add another tab, maybe 142, which is not already available. So you will see a tab will be jumped in here. Here you can see, okay, it will calculate all the tab. It will generate all the tabs which are not previously available, which I generated, but not authorize myself so that it can add more tabs to it. So it will generate all the tabs. And this is, and yes, this is predefined and it will fetch the data accordingly. Like if it has generated 107, it will create a link with the 107 from the event tab and it will pull the results on the 107, which you can see this is and this is the one which you can directly share with the client to have a service with. There is another pivot table automatically generating as well. And please have it review and do let me know if you find anything else. We can discuss this part that if you are not selecting a salt spread truck service or a sidewalk service, please sorry, plow truck or sidewalk service, how we can use this so that we can align everything accordingly. That is it from my side. Looking forward for your review. Take care. Bye.